A very good evening, Team Zimbabwe. Maswera say, Maswera say, Maswera say. My name is Ronald Wekwamakoshi, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. So, this evening, let us talk about what was happening within the borders of Zimbabwe today. Triple C MPs and councillors were sworn in, and some are still being sworn in. And what is happening is that we have seen ZANU-PF and other parties led by Jonathan Moyo accusing Triple C of double standards and accusing Triple C of failing to uphold their promise. Triple C had earlier rejected the outcome of the 2023 election results, and they are actually demanding for fresh elections. The Triple C party says we have not endorsed the ED, and this is a response to some claims or to some uh, clashes which are happening on the social media platforms as key allies of President Emerson Mnangagwa are accusing Triple C of failing to distance themselves from the election which they labeled sham. So Transparent about the Citizens Coalition for Change in Triple C has said it has not endorsed President Emerson Mnangagwa after its legislators were sworn in yesterday at the new Parliament building, boycotting the event in protest over alleged electoral fraud. So this was an expectation of a lot of people. A lot of people were expecting Triple C to actually boycott the whole process. But what was an advantage over Triple C, because they were going to have these seats vacant, and after these seats were going to be vacant, you would have seen ZANU-PF calling for the by-elections. And we cannot leave any possible avenue to block ZANU-PF and stop them doing whatever they want to do. The Triple C is demanding a fresh election supervised by SADC and the African Union. In an interview with Newsday, Triple C deputy spokesperson Gift Osalo said their attendance was not an endorsement of Mnangagwa's victory. This is not an endorsement of ZANU-PF alleged win, but just protocol. We cannot endorse electoral theft. That is what Sizwa said. They went on to say, this is Amos Chibaya, the CCC organizing secretary. He said that CCC National Organizing Secretary Amos Chibaya complained that the party members were harassed for flaunting yellow ties. And they think that ZANU-PF members who don't want to see anything yellow, the yellow ties had no party symbols, he said. ZANU-PF has 136 members of parliament, MPs, and 33 senators. CCC has 73 MPs and 27 senators. That is according to those who were elected to be in office, and 103 for Triple C and 176 for ZANU-PF. So this is what is happening in Team Zimbabwe. Triple C continues to be on its agreement not to agree or not to accept the election results which were delivered and which declared President Emerson Mnangagwa a winner. Triple C is clear. They say that they want these elections to be redone. They want everything to be started afresh, not the presidential election alone. They want the whole election to be redone, which means they are claiming for the harmonized elections to happen once more and supervised by AU together with SADC. So this is a strategy taken by Triple C, and it is giving ZANU-PF sleepless nights because they do not know what to expect. What was happening is that Triple C announced that they were not going to be sworn in. ZANU-PF thought that Triple C MPs were not going to turn up, but in a surprise, they turned up for the swearing-in ceremony. And ZANU-PF has tried to use that as a way to validate the election of President Emmerson Mnangagwa, or to validate the results which were announced by Zimbabwean Electoral Commission. But CCC is continuously saying this was just strategic so as to protect the liberated zones, not to lose everything. So this is their position, Team Zimbabwe. This is what they have said, and I just decided to come and so that we talk about this. So I don't want to take much of your time. Innocent Jimu, thank you very much for coming. Anzi, we are the people of one nation. So why don't we destroy ZANU? What kind of okay, inazopera statement yavo Nkoma Innocent Jimu. Thank you very much, Team Zimbabwe, for coming. We were talking about CCC. They have responded to attacks from ZANU-PF, which is claiming that they have endorsed President Emmerson Mnangagwa's election. Jonathan Moyo, Professor Jonathan Moyo, has been on the neck of CCC MPs and party of late, and was actually celebrating as if they have won. I was trying here to put something right here onto the screen. Let me see if I can put Jonathan Moyo right here on the screen so that we get to understand what Jonathan Moyo stands for. Because remember, Jonathan Moyo is working for his own salary, and he wants to be readmitted into the ZANU-PF party, as well as to be allowed to come back to Zimbabwe. Remember, Jonathan Moyo is one of the criminals who were surrounding President Robert Mugabe, and he fled together with other comrades after the November 2017 coup, not a coup. So Jonathan Moyo supported the opposition in 2018, supported the opposition all along, up until he was disappointed by not being given a top post within the opposition or within CCC, and he started attacking the opposition from there up to this day. So my network is bad. I wanted to bring Jonathan Moyo's tweets here, but because of my network, I cannot. So I don't want to take much of your time. Hanzi panapa brilliant ideas. Kanze ZANU is the real Satan. Thank you very much for the contributions, Team Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much, everyone, for the support here on this platform, Africa and Beyond Television. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that when we go live, you will be able to be notified. So I don't want to take much of your time. My network is bad. It looks bad. Those are in Zimbabwe. They've banned, or they do not want to allow us use Starlink. I don't know the reason why. With Starlink, it would be easy for us to run programs. It would be easy for us to do some programs, but they don't want to license Starlink. Reasons are not known. Even if you are roaming using Starlink, they issued a letter. Potras issued a statement where they actually said that they were not going to tolerate that, and people were going to be punished for being in possession of what they call unlicensed internet service equipment. So we will continue using internet yakadhakwa up until tawana an alternative. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the support.